What's up, guys? I feel like I've gone back in time. So today has been horrible for recording because I was recording a video over there with my nice setup and my white background and all that stuff, and it was going all good until my computer decided to not record the audio. It was like, you know what? I'm done. And it just completely stopped working. Not just the audio, but the freaking computer. And I was like, why does the light do that? This is how I started with shiny face. This is going to be an interesting exercise for me, I think. But also because I really wanted to record something. And like I said, I was having so many problems. Like I had that issue with the video. I was recording a Mass Effect video. And then I was like, I'm just going to film a vlog. And I sat here with my good camera and everything and my mic and everything and my light. And I was like, okay, there we go. It's still good quality. I forgot to turn on the microphone. I was eating cookies, so yeah, you missed out. It's the festivities. This is my mom's amazing hot chocolate. You know how you have that thing that just feels like Christmas, where you're like, that's Christmas? This is Christmas to me. This hot chocolate is like a Mexican type of hot chocolate. It's made out of bars of chocolate, and they're hard. They're really hard, but they don't have any milk in them. So they're not creamy. It's by far one of my favorite chocolates. I love Lindt chocolate, but damn, I think this is better. It has like this cinnamony taste to it. There's two types that we usually get. One of them's called Abuelita, and the other one's called Ibarra. Originally, this is supposed to be made with what's called masa, which is what tamales are made out of, or what tortillas are made out of. That dough type of thing, made out of corn. They put it in here. They put it in the hot chocolate. They put pieces of it. I don't like it. I don't like it like that. So my mom makes it with oatmeal because it's supposed to have some kind of a texture to it. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter and you guys don't follow me on Twitch, you don't watch my live streams, you don't know that I went to Edmonton. I went in September, at the end of September, and I think I went on the 8th, and I came back on the 13th of December. So I hadn't seen snow for like 15 years, I think. It was so pretty. I thought I wasn't gonna like it as much as I did. I thought it was gonna be too cold because I'm from Southern California, born and raised. So for me, cold is like 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Like that's cold. That's freezing. So I was like, I'm gonna die. I fell in love with it because it was cold. Yeah, like really cold. Like cold that I had never felt. And I always wondered. I was like, I wonder what that cold feels like. Like, does it hurt? And you know what? It kind of does. The top of my legs, my thighs, I couldn't feel them. One time I did get my hands. My hands were so cold, and I was like, oh my god, and they hurt. They were going numb, but it was hurting. And I was like, this is not good. So I just kept on trying to move my hands because you gotta move, or you are gonna get frostbite. But I was like covered. I had my gloves and stuff. If you were really covered up, which I was, then I was okay. A lot of people there are like, there's nothing here, like it's the middle of nowhere. And yeah, it's prairies. It's just flat land, and it was white, and it was gorgeous to me. It was like a winter wonderland. The trees looked like Christmas trees, kind of like that type of tree. I come from a place that all I see is, I'm lucky that here where I live, there's a lot of green. There's a lot of trees. You see more buildings than anything. It's a city, and it's loud, and there's so many cars, so many people. It just gets to the point where you're just like, I know there's people that like this, but I'm not the type of person that likes this type of stuff, even though this is what I grew up with. I grew up in the desert, and it would get kind of cold in the desert. Like, some people don't think it gets cold in the desert. That's where I would see it snow. The desert could get really hot and it could get really cold. And it was quiet. It was before they started to like build more around there. So in Edmonton, that's what it's like. It's quiet. When you'd go walking out in the snow, it was just completely white. All you could hear is just your footsteps in the snow, like the crunching of the snow. It was this peace that just came over me. I belong in a place like that. Oh, you're always indoors in the cold, and in the winter you don't really go out. And I'm like, I don't really go out either. This is perfect for me. Like, I would be used to that. I would be okay with that. I would love to sit at home, drink my hot chocolate, and like read a good book or something, or watch a movie or something. I got to do a lot of things that I can't talk about at the moment. Soon, hopefully. And I got to see a lot of people that are very important to me, very dear to me. Got to go to the BioWare Christmas party, which was super cool. I went with Nick. I was his +1. Nick Sadler at Zenderkoi. I do some live streams with him. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. And the maple syrup there is so good. I always get some, and I just ran out. And I was like, oh no. Just gonna have to go get some more. The money is so pretty. Let me show you. All I have is a $5 right now, but look how pretty this is. The freaking astronauts like in space and stuff. When I first saw it, I was like, and it's like made out of, it feels like a plastic or something. It doesn't feel like paper. It doesn't feel like the United States ones. The US dollars and the money is so ugly to me. It's just like, this is gorgeous. And they're different colors. Like, they're like pink and purple and like green, and they're so pretty. And the US ones are so ugly, and like when you touch it, you could feel the freaking germs. Like, even the bank lady, when she saw it, she's like, oh my god, it's so pretty. She's like, our money is so ugly. But the $100, I don't know if this is true, but Nick was telling me that the $100 smells like maple syrup. And I had one and I smelled it and I was like, okay, it does smell like something. It doesn't smell, this one doesn't have a smell. It's not like our money where you could smell like everybody's hands that has touched it. But the $100 does have a smell. And I was like, he was like, that's how they know it's real. And I was like, shut up. A few days after that, I showed my sister-in-law, and she looked at the $100 and she smelled it, and she was like, it smells like maple syrup. And I was like, is it true, you Canadians out there, is it true that the $100 smells like maple syrup? Because I know it smelled like something, but I couldn't really place it. I didn't know if it was maple syrup or not, but it does have a smell, and it's weird. And I'm like, how do they do it? If it does smell like maple syrup, how do they do it? So it always smells? Do they put something in the paper? If that's true, that's cool. Imagine if they did that with US money. What would they make it smell like? Hot dogs? This is one of the things that I got. Nick gave me this shirt. This is like one of the first shirts that they released for Mass Effect Andromeda. It says, I don't really want to turn around. Do I have to turn around? It says crew on the back. So I'm like practically staff. So I showed all the stuff, a lot of the stuff that I got on a live stream. So if you want to see that, you could go check out my Twitch channel and you could watch it. It's still on there. It's going to be on there for like another week or something. But I showed you guys some stuff like a frisbee. I got a BioWare frisbee. Yeah, I know. BioWare has frisbees. I didn't show this, but Nick gave me this. This is a patch for Battlefield or Battlefront, I'm sorry. This is what I didn't show on the stream. I was with Nick, so I didn't take anything that I wasn't supposed to. Freaking Sten. When I saw it, I was like, it was like the first trailer for, one of the first trailers for Dragon Age Origins, and it had this Sten on it. Sacred Ashes, the Sacred Ashes trailer for Dragon Age Origins. That's what it was. And Liliana and Morrigan and the Warden and Sten were in that trailer. This is my favorite. It's signed. I thought this was hilarious. I didn't know that they were going to sign it, but it's signed by Nick Sadler and Paul Dutton. who are just sweethearts. I love these two people to death. See, those posters over there, the ones that I just showed you, those are the ones that I was gonna get last time. The first time I went, I saw those and I had them with me and I forgot them. I left them at BioWare and I forgot them and I was so sad. And Nick was like, "Don't worry, I'll get them for you." That's when he signed them. Him and Paul, when they found them, they've signed them and they were like, "They're here waiting for you." So then this time that I went, I picked those up and then I found this one as well at BioWare. Which I thought was super cool. They had a bunch of them. I think they had the other ones, like they had Tally and they have other ones and I can't remember which ones they were. But this one was like, I have to have this one. I have to have this one. So, yeah, Nick was like, just take it. Like, there was so many of them, so he was like, just take it. I remember in the fall, what was striking about it were the colors. The trees, the color of the trees were so pretty to me. I was like they were red and yellow and brown and orange, and some of them were still a bit green. It just looked like fall. And you don't see that here in California. Here in California, since it's warm almost always, it never gets cold. Things don't really die. They're almost always green. And as pretty as that could be, you kind of want to see the seasons. At least I do. I was like, I want it to look like fall. I want it to look like winter. I want to see snow, and I want to see the leaves turning from green to brown and yellow. But you don't see that here. It's like, you don't get to wear your beanies and stuff like that. You don't get to wear your boots. If you're lucky, you get to wear them like once in like 2 weeks or something. And you get all excited and then you go outside with your beanie and you're just like, okay, yeah, it's cool. It's kind of cold. And then it gets hot like hours later and you're just like, you start stripping because you're so hot. So it's almost always summer and it just gets boring. We're really lucky out here to get good weather. We're not lucky because we're actually going through a drought and we need rain. And we do burn every damn summer. Like fires and stuff. So we have our own issues. Quick update. I am going to go back to my Let's Plays one of these days. I don't know if this week or if after Christmas, but I do want to play. I already downloaded the second episode of Batman Telltale Batman. So I'm going to be continuing that Let's Play, and I'm also going to be starting the Walking Dead Season 3 Let's Play. I do want to finish that Video Game Awards Mass Effect gameplay footage video that I was talking about, and then I'm going to do, I have other videos in mind that I want to do for other games and also like general gaming stuff that I really want to do. Because those are my favorite. Those are some of my favorite to do, like when I talk about just gaming in general. Kind of like I was doing not long ago where I did one on Hyper Light Drifter, one on No Man's Sky and stuff like that. Like those are fun. Paul Dutton, the one that I told you signed that, he told me at the BioWare Christmas party, he was like, you know what? You should do those like old videos that you used to do where you just turn on the camera and you're just like, your hair's all over the place and you just got up and you're in your PJs and stuff and you're just like, what's up guys? And you're just like eating. I do miss that. I do miss just talking about whatever. I love my videos that I do over there in my setup and all that, my good camera and all that. I love those. So those aren't stopping. Those are not going anywhere. But sometimes I do want to talk about just whatever, like I just did right now. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the holiday season. Enjoy it with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.